Hi, my name is Jaron Suis.
I'm Jason Manis,
and this is our discussion of protection of works or lack thereof in the public and private domains. Our first selection of works in the public domain is the classic Jingle Bells song. Jingle Bells is one of the most famous Christmas songs around the globe. It was written by James Lord Pierpont in 1857 under the title Open Horse, Open Sleigh, and was originally intended to be a Thanksgiving song. The writer has been known to have aspirations from his Massachusetts hometown sleigh races during the 1800s. Jingle Bells was originally copyrighted on September 16, 1857, and when reprinted 2 years later, the title was officially changed to Jingle Bells. Currently, the song resides in public domain. Jingle Bells has been performed over the years by mainstream superstar artists including Louis Armstrong, the Beatles, Nat King Cole, Duke Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald, and the list goes on. Obviously, I feel that it is fair for Jingle Bells to be under public domain, as it was written so long ago. It has become a global tradition to enjoy this song's performances by huge Christmas plays, carolers, and of course the family holiday sing-along. If Jingle Bells still remain protected by copyright law, it would not retain its popularity the way it has. Our next work of art in the public domain is again a Christmas carol, Deck the Halls. Deck the Halls dates back to the 16th century Welsh winter caroler Nos Galen. Even Mozart used Deck the Halls for an 18th century violin and piano duet. Deck the Halls was originally published in 1784 as a carol to dance along with. As time progressed, so did the lyrics, as they have progressively changed over time to match the feelings of the caroler. During the Victorian reinvention of Christmas is when Deck the Halls naturally transformed into the traditional Christmas carol we now know it to be. Again, I feel it is completely appropriate for Deck the Halls to be in the public domain of works. A song dating back to the 16th century is beyond copyright in my views, simply because of the amount of change the song has experienced over time, which is exactly what makes Deck the Halls so unique.
Happy Birthday to You, or more commonly known as the Happy Birthday song, is a universal ode sung to one on their celebration of their day of birth. It is also one of the more interesting selections of our works, for surprisingly, it resides in the private domain. Surprising because one would tend to think that the most commonly known song behind For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is obviously in the public domain. Thus the reasoning behind the selection of our work. The Happy Birthday song was derived from the work Good Morning to All, which was originally composed by Patty and Mildred J. Hill in 1893. The Happy Birthday song, as we know it however, was first heard or read in the books in 1912. Notably, there were no credits or copyrights from the earliest found version of the Happy Birthday song. Accordingly, the Summy Company registered the copyrights for the work in 1935. The next noteworthy legal mention of the Happy Birthday song occurred in 1998, where the Time Warner Corporation purchased the rights to Happy Birthday to You. The Time Warner Corporation, to this day, still collects royalties to the song. In 2008, an average of $5,000 per day in royalties was collected. That's almost $2 million per year. So is there any debate on whether or not this work should still fall under the category of private domain? In my opinion, there is none whatsoever. Accordingly to the information provided thus far and the Copyright Duration Act of 1976, the Happy Birthday song sung around America daily falls into the category of private domain simply because the artist who possesses the rights to the song owns the rights for life of the artist plus 70 years. According to Wikipedia.com, Mildred J. Hill, co-author of the original Happy Birthday song Good Morning to All, died on June 5th, 1916. The other author, her sister Patty Hill, died on May 25th, 1946. Therefore, excluding any later transactions or renewals of the copyrighted material, Patty Hill's death in 1946 would have this work fall into the private domain until the year 2016.
But Marilyn Monroe performed the song in 1962 for President John F. Kennedy's birthday. According to the bundle of rights, the song is not allowed to be performed without respect to royalties. Besides, it is sung every day, even on TV. Therefore, I don't believe the work should still be in the private domain.
When the song was performed by Marilyn Monroe, the words Mr. President were inserted instead of to you. Also, the song continued with the rendition of the work Thanks for the Memory, with added lyrics directed specifically towards President John F. Kennedy. This, however, does not provide valid reason for any royalties not having to be paid, only that more money would have to be forked over to whoever owns the rights to Thanks for the Memory, which also obviously falls into the category of private domain.
The Happy Birthday song is sang daily, but no one is charged royalties. Say a group were singing the song to one in a public park. That's public performance of the work. How does this make sense?
This is because a group that is celebrating one's birthday could